It's been 20 years since the tragedy at Storm King Mountain in western Colorado. 14 firefighters were entrapped by fire and killed. Since those events in 1994, a lot of research, analysis, and training have gone into the issue of entrapments and burnovers. It's fair to say lives have been saved, but it's also true that lives continue to be lost when firefighters are trapped by wildfire. Experts at the National Interagency Fire Center looked into the statistics and records related to wildland fire fatalities. We have discovered a few insights that we think will stand as solid reminders as you head out to the fire line this year. Fatalities, entrapments, and serious accidents are tracked by the National Wildfire Coordinating Group. Commonly called safetygrams, these statistics have been tracked annually back to 1987. Unless otherwise noted, the following information came directly from these safetygrams. This refresher module delves deeper into the statistics and fatalities resulting exclusively from burnovers and entrapments, as opposed to those resulting from motor vehicle accidents, aviation, medical, and other fatality categories. For brevity purposes, we will reference all direct fire contact and exposure fatalities as burnovers. Burnovers and entrapments are not the leading cause of line-of-duty deaths of wildland firefighters. In fact, they're not even in the top 3. Of the 448 line-of-duty deaths, 88, or 20%, were a result of burnovers. Categorically, vehicle accidents, aviation accidents, and medical incidents each account for more fatalities than burnovers. As you can see, burnovers are the 4th cause, followed by hazard trees and other. Due to the loss of 19 firefighters on the Yarnell Hill incident in 2013, Arizona has recorded the most burnovers since 1987. Colorado has the 2nd highest amount at 14, all of which were the result of the Storm King Mountain incident in 1994. California is the next with 13, then Idaho, Washington, and Kentucky with 4 each. Utah is the next with 3. The other highlighted states have had 1 or 2. The numbers shown here, dating back to 1910, have been derived from historical fire reports, official agency documentation, and safetygrams. Due to changes in definitions over time and how data is gathered, there are likely gaps in some variations in numbers. However, this information is still informative. Of the states shown in blue, we have found 0 burnover fatality records. Of the following groups, which has had the most burnovers since 1987? Federal, state, city, county, contractor, or volunteers? Are you surprised by these results? There may be plenty of reasons for these numbers, but in all reality, a contractor with the lowest statistics isn't any safer than a federal employee on the fire line. We compiled data from as many burnover fatality fires as possible, going back to 1930s, and focused on 2 specific pieces of information: time of blow-up and time of burnover. 16 burnover fatality fires blew up between 1400 and 1630. On 15 of those fires, the burnovers occurred during the same time frame. The average time span from blow-up to burnover after removing anomalies was 24 minutes. What do all these numbers mean? Looking back, we already know what these mean. Looking forward, what should these numbers mean?